Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated and by Landmark Self-Storage in Leominster. www.landmarkselfstorage.com.
Hello and welcome to Inside Leominster. My name is Dean Mazzarella, Mayor for the city, and thanks for watching. We are, as we always are, on Thursday nights, live right here. And any question you have at any particular time, 978-534-1626. And we're glad to chat, whatever it is. If you have a question, feel free. If you don't like being on air, you can call our phone number and leave the question with anyone that's out back there in the control room. They'll take the question, they'll read it out for you, and you can just hang up. It's really easy stuff. Anyway, as I said, we're live. Next week we will be live. Speaking of live, and speaking of next week, and speaking of Ladies' Night Out, that's next week. That's where we're going to be. Put it all together, and what do you got? You got Art from the Art Report. Art, are you out there this night, this beautiful evening here? It looks like, I'm going to check the weather right now, Art, but it looks like Sunny's saying it's going to be sunny. Sunny's saying by 7 o'clock tonight, we would be at a 5% chance of rain, 68 degrees, 67, and then starts to cool off for the rest of the night. So Sunny says it's a go. So concert tonight at Carter Park begins at 7. And tomorrow, 86 degrees, 87 on Saturday and Sunday, nice. It looks like it's going to be nice golf weather and nice and good sleeping weather. Now that's right through.
Another 7. You mentioned 7. That's a lucky number too. And I was just reading about Foxwoods. It's their May slot revenue, $31.1 million, and June revenue was $29.4. Of which $7.3 million was given to the state. That's what they give them off the slots.
Wow.
But, you know, they usually, back in the day, they were doing $75 million a month. But because of the virus, et cetera, they took a whack. But they were hiring a couple hundred, I guess, getting ready for the summer squash. And me, Uno Ata, am going big game hunting in a couple of weeks.
Where are you going? The chicken farm?
We're going to Foxwoods.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I am.
How is the missus?
Sore, grumpy, doing well.
Good. Grumpy's good.
Still seeing home care. But today, where did we go? Oh, took her to the get her hair done, God forbid, down to Cappelletti's on Capella's down on Central Street. Mm-hmm. I got a trim while we were there. I want to look good when they hand me my check when I go big game hunting.
Yeah. You got it all figured out. Art's got it all figured out.
I was telling your assistant, to the associate producer, the guy that makes the big bucks, that we were there a year ago, almost to the date before the virus hit, and I wasn't there in my seat. I wasn't in my seat for 2 minutes, and I was up $1,250, and I stopped. So I'll bring that with me, and we will do some serious hunting.
Wow. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. And you know something else I was thinking about the other day? No matter what direction you come into Leominster, north, south, west, east, west, south, north, it is in the eye of the beholder. I can't think of any place I've ever been other than Italy where it's a wonderful vision to see the entrance to our fair city from all four corners. Not only is it clean, neat, and nice to look at and easy on the eyes, like downtown especially, The flowers downtown today, when we were going to the hairdressers, my God, they're gorgeous. And the new outside dining and cafe and a place to sit and watch the cars go by, get a cappuccino at the flag store, et cetera, et cetera. It just doesn't get any better. If you come down through Searstown, the 190, all the flags and flowers, and the streets are beautiful. Coming home from Gardner, if I come through my old neighborhood, even North Main Street, as busy it is, it's nice and clean and well managed. So it's clearly, top to bottom, the employees of the City of Leominster deserve a big hand.
Yes, they do.
A pat on the back.
Yeah, no, team effort. Everybody works as part of the team, and it certainly does show.
And well, you know what? The other day, I was at City Hall, and I'm coming out. I'm going in. I'm sorry. And the gentleman that goes around with the grabber to pick up the trash downtown, what little there is, because once he got started, it's always clean now. But he was coming out, and I stopped him and I said, "I want to thank you for the job you do."
Good. I'm glad you did that.
Yes, and I said, I am really impressed, and I said, I'm going to tell you why. At one time, I was fortunate enough to be the only senior supervisor of a distribution warehouse with a lot of people working there.
Yep.
I took a lot of stock in being able to read people. And just looking at you now and talking to you, I can see the pride is written all over your face, arms, legs, and body. You enjoy what you're doing, and I appreciate it as a taxpayer.
He's out there in the winter. It doesn't matter when. Every single little cigarette butt, I don't care if it's a straw, a wrapper to a straw, he picks it. It's amazing how good a job he does.
And he had his shoulders back, and he had his bag and his little gripper that he uses. I told him that. I could see him lighting up. He lit up, and he told me, "I really appreciate that, sir." I said, "No, I'm thanking you. You do a wonderful job." And my wife and I, a few times riding around, and there he was. And we give him the horn and gave him a thumbs up. And the guy, and you're right, I've seen him out there in rain and wind. And
doesn't matter.
He doesn't go, like most people, and me included, would probably go into a doorway in one of the buildings downtown and get out of the weather. Not him.
Nope.
Got what to do.
No, he's a good guy.
Yes, he is.
And we got a whole team. We got a whole team of those people that help to make it all look good. There are different people that do different things, but at the end of the day, team effort.
Well, I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but in fact, I was telling one of my golf partners the other day. Him and his wife live in Fitchburg, and they came through town, and he says, "My God, you got the most beautiful town I've ever seen in my life." And he says, "I've been around a long time." I said, "I know," but I says, "Let me tell you a little story. You were probably 2 years in office as the mayor, and we were across the street doing our taxes, and we're in the room with the guy doing our taxes, and I look out the window, and you had just parked your car to go to work, and you come around the corner. I see you look down, stop, you walk over to the curb, you bend over, and you picked up a piece of paper." And I said to my wife, and I said to the CPA, I said, "See that? There's somebody that takes pride in the city. Our mayor just stopped to pick up a piece of trash that's in front of City Hall. People see him do that, other people will do that, and that'll keep it the way it looks today."
Of course.
And that's a true story.
How can I expect anybody else to stop and pick up trash, keep things clean if I don't do it, right? If I walk by it. When you walk by those things, it looks like nobody cares, right?
You said it right there. And here's a classic example of that. We were off the wall with work. We were working 7 days a week. And I hopped on a forklift, and we're knocking trailers out of Northborough left and right. Who comes walking through the door? Ken Olson, owner, founder of Digital. All the managers come running down. They line up. They're all nervous. I come off the forklift. He looks over. "Arthur, what are you doing?" With a big smile. I said, "We're very busy, Ken." He said, "You know what? I like that." He said, "Would you take me on a tour?" He didn't even look at the manager. I said, "Certainly." I got off the forklift, took him on a tour. He wanted to look at his computer that he designed when he was like 20, the Whirlwind. We were storing it there. And it was 4 trailer loads of hardware, this big, all vacuum tubes. And when we brought it in, I told the guys, put it with the tubes facing the wall to protect the tubes, because you can't replace that stuff.
Right.
So he was down looking at it, and he said, "Whose idea was it to put the tubes against the wall?" I said, well, I asked the guy to do that because I knew if there was an accident, you probably wouldn't be able to replace him. He goes, common sense always wins, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, it sure does, Ken.
Got that right.
But those are the things. The little things mean more than
Yes,
anything
they
else.
do.
Including a $20 hit at a casino.
Well, good luck. I wish you well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All
And
right.
if I have a good day, I could probably assist the heating fund, which will be here before you know it.
Yes, it will, and we appreciate your generosity.
Will not be my first time, I can tell you
No,
that.
I know. Trust me.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right. That's Art from the Art Report. Gave us a full report of everything that's happening on. Where's Luke Connery? Luke Connery, same size. Luke Connery's the best. Art didn't talk much about golfing today. I'm not sure if maybe the weather is interfering with things. But anyway, we're live this afternoon. We'll be live at, in fact, Carl, before I leave, we'll talk a little bit about Ladies Night Out, but we'll be downtown for Ladies Night Out, shaping up to be another exciting night. We'll have the lights on the trees, and have some music, and some vendors set up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. We'll take a short break. We're going to be talking about Starburst, Carl. Starburst. Bob Healy's going to be our guest, and we're going to be talking about, well, it's been a while since we've had, Starburst in the way that we've known it, and fireworks and all of that fun. And it seems like I haven't seen fireworks in 3 or 5 years, when it's actually been sooner than that. But it seems that way. So we're going to take a short break here at Inside Leominster. I want to thank MP Crowley Construction and Landmark Storage for supporting and being our sponsors for our show. If you'd like to sponsor it, you just call here at LTV and you talk to Carl, and they'll get you signed up. We'll be right back. And we're back here. A little preview. And let's welcome Bob Healy.
Hi, Dean. How are we doing?
So it's back 2019 since we had.
2019 was the last one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible, huh?
I say it's a long drought.
I know. This has been going on for a long time.
Long time on everybody,
And
I'll tell you.
and a few others are the glue to hold us together, because it is so important. And I know it's a lot of work for you, but you know how important it is. We'll get through on Saturday night. It won't be a couple more days, and people start already talking about, are they going to have Starburst next year?
Yes.
It's a big thing, right? I mean, it's a really big thing.
This is the 29th year.
It's incredible.
Right, isn't it?
Amazing. Well, thank you for
1993
doing it, in
was the
case I
first one.
forget.
Yeah.
Thank for you and the whole team and committee
Yeah.
for really keeping this thing going, because
A small committee, they good work out there.
getting it done.
They get it done.
I read an article the other day. There was some long-standing event in a community, and they said, this year will be the last year that they do it. And the article went on to talk about how it's the same group of people,
Yeah.
and they've done it for 20 years, and they're all 20 years older than they were.
We're
right?
all up there now.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
yeah.
mean, they started doing it. They were, they're in their 40s or so,
Yeah.
and they're retiring, and some people are out of town now, and some people have moved away. But 29 years is a long time
Yep.
to have an event, and I can just tell you that's all everybody's been talking about is the concert. And so by not having it for a couple of years, I think people appreciated it, right? They
I think
started
so.
thinking about,
Yep.
geez, we really miss it. What a good thing.
And it's a little different. This used to be the kickoff of the summer.
Right,
But,
in June, yeah.
but now, well, what happened was I had when the governor announced he was going to reopen the state at August 1st was going to be the big time. So that's when I said, well, all right, let's try Starburst the first weekend. And of course, everything got moved up a little bit, but that's all right. And so now it's kind of a celebration of maybe towards the end of the pandemic. Who knows the way things are going?
Or let's keep this summer going.
Keep it going. Oh yeah.
This is no time to let it wind down.
So,
Now, last night we had the other night we had the National Night Out.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be the last night of the year that the sun would set at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's a little bit of a difference when the sun sets
yeah.
in June versus
June
August.
In July. Oh, yeah, August. Yeah, big
So
day.
some nights I remember we were ready to do the fireworks and it was it was getting dark, but now it's going to be
pitch dark.
pitch dark, right? Which is good.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. They'll look better.
So let's talk about the gates still open at 4:30.
The gates open at 4:30. This year, of course, it's a little different because we don't have all the school groups.
Right.
Because they haven't done anything for the last year and a half. So we have one group called Full Monty. That's Mark Monaquilla's group.
Yeah,
They
they're
perform
excellent.
at the festival. Very good. You heard them at
Yeah,
the
they just
City Hall.
played. Yeah.
They're going to go on at 5 o'clock, and they're going to go from 5 to 6:30. They get a full show. And then at 6:30, we have the Ben Pratt, magician, for the kids. He'll get all the kids up around on the front of the stage and do a whole routine with them for half an hour.
Make sure you don't make the stage disappear.
Yeah, right. Well, we're going to be setting up on the stage. You better not. And then at 7 o'clock will be the full concert band concert. And then the Citizens of the Year awards will be given out at about halfway through that at 7:45. And then fireworks at 9. So that's the events of the evening. So it's a little different. And then, but we have some good things planned. The Rotary stepped up this year because there was no much food the last time.
Yeah.
The band boosters weren't able to do it. So Rotary stepped up this year, and they're going to have a whole menu of hot dogs, hamburgers, popcorn, beverages, right on the field there.
Nice.
And of course, there's a lot of food trucks outside the
right.
the gate, so there's plenty of food available for people, if to eat during the concert. And then we had. Just wanted to
Any
present.
theme this year? Before I forget, any theme for the music? Is there
Well, I'll tell you what I do is I try to present things that have occurred during the year, tributes to different things. Like, for instance, in the program booklet. Well, yeah, you can. If you want to read it yourself, you can read it. In the booklet, and I think right in the center is the listing of the numbers that we do. And for instance, I'm starting off with a march, John Philip Sousa march called "When the Boys Come Sailing Home." He wrote that at the end of World War I, when troops were coming back from Europe during World War I. I think probably toward the center, Dean, the whole.
Yeah, no, I'm just coming through it.
And so I'm doing that as a tribute. They're going to be bringing back all the troops from Afghanistan, which I thought was kind of nice. Then we have Olympic celebration number, which is, of course, with the Olympics going on now, and that combines 2 or 3 of the Olympic themes that have been in the past few years. Then we have tributes like the 65th anniversary of West Side Story. Mm-hmm. We're doing a big Bentley from that show there. It's 250th birthday of Beethoven.
Wow.
So we're going a little bit high class, and we're doing the final movement of the finale of Beethoven's 5th Symphony, which should be kind of interesting to hear with a concert band. And then, in honor of the end of World War II and all of our World War II veterans, we'll do Victory at Sea by Richard Rodgers.
Oh, awesome, huh? It's
a great piece. And then, as an anniversary of Pearl Harbor Day, we're doing the soundtrack for Pearl Harbor. And recently, Dick Van Dyke was awarded the Kennedy Center honor. So in honor of that, we're doing his big break was his show Bye Bye Birdie.
Right.
So we're doing a medley from Bye Bye Birdie. And They're also recognizing Keith Lockhart's 25 years with the Boston Pops.
Imagine, we were saying the other day,
25 years. I know. I mean, so we're doing one of the Pops' favorites, a Bugler's Holiday. So it's items like that. So it's not really a theme for the whole thing. The theme has always been kind of tributes to different events or occurrences or anniversaries that come up during the year. I watch the papers and I read stuff and I just jot stuff down during the year and try to come up with something that that they can put it all together. So that's the fun part,
Let me just talk about the sponsors for a minute because it's
I have yeah.
I know sometimes it's difficult and certain businesses went through challenging times, but at the same time it looks like all your real hardcore supporters came back.
Yeah, can I get a couple of minutes? I can just read the
Sure, absolutely.
These are the corporate sponsors that gave 250 or more, and of course there's a lot of others too. But the main corporate sponsors, you have Anderson Bagley, Mayo, you have the Carolus Insurance, Enterprise Bank, Gagney Realty, Health Alliance, Hometown Bank, El Camino, Dr. Joseph Yaman, and Leominster Federal Employees Federal Credit Union, Leominster Family Dentist, Leominster Veterans, yourself, Mayor Dean Mazzarella, they got a nice. And you see that in there, by the way?
Yeah.
They get your signature on it, thanking the people, yeah. North End Diner, North Star Construction Services, that's a big one. Piper Electric, Representative Jim McGovern, Ron Bouchard Auto Sales, State Representative Natalie Higgins, Wright Roy Funeral Home. And then there are several others, I won't go through all, but there's several other $100 ones. And then some 50 people just donate.
Johnny Appleseed Festival Committee.
Festival, yeah, they matter of fact, they are sponsoring the Full Monty group.
Right.
For the performance of the thing. They're sponsoring them. And another thing about Health Alliance, they just notified us today that they are on their website. I think it's healthalliance.com. They have allowing people to use the front part and on the lawn in front of the hospital.
Yes.
To watch fireworks.
Yeah, so some people can't make it to the concert.
Yeah.
Or they're not capable. They have physical disabilities. They're not able to make it out there. So they park there and watch the fireworks.
Sure. One of the other things that we do in line with this is we always have a kind of a contest at the high school for poster and for a program cover. And the last few years we've done it in the graphic arts department because they can do so many unbelievable things. So I get the poster here. I'll hold it up. Maybe you can zero in. This is the poster, which was the final, and I got the name here. This is
was that one by Jessica Lee? No.
No,
so
Jessica, I think.
Ben Boyer.
Yes, that's the other one. Yeah,
is that Ben Boyer's
poster? Ben Boyer.
Yep.
It was the poster winner.
Outstanding. Now, who's Ben? Is he a student or?
Oh yeah, these are all students in the graphic arts department.
Outstanding.
Isn't that? And there's 4 or 5 others in the booklet that didn't make. That also were.
Yeah, Jessica Lee.
Jessica Lee did the program cover.
Did the book.
Yeah, the cover, yeah.
Outstanding. Each one of these students is amazing.
Yeah, again.
Talk about marketing, Carl. There you go. There's your marketing people right there. Starburst 2021 by Colby Melanson.
Yeah.
And actually, Colby did.
We put all the other ones in the booklet so people can see that the other ones.
So right in the booklet.
Yeah. And of course, I want to make sure we get this too. Maybe
Justin Swain did one. Chris Rivas, Jessica Lee, and Leo Peslowski.
Yeah. This is the certificate that we give to Leominster Credit Union. They are our premier sponsor.
I know.
Each year they come through with the large donation, and they pay for the fireworks, and they pay for the T-shirts.
Barbara Lully, the the CEO,
Yeah,
graduate of Mayor Gallagher Junior High School.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's amazing, huh? And they, as a matter of fact, this year we were able to add to the fireworks because we didn't have as many T-shirts because we didn't have all the school groups.
Right.
So it took the money that we normally would have spent on those T-shirts and added it to the fireworks to make a little bigger display and a little bit more. So it should be.
It should be noted. Bob was kind enough to read off the the sponsors, but it is important to note that all the events that we have here, and I mean Festival of Trees, the strolls, and we have a lot of events.
A lot of events.
And the support by the businesses. Had we not had their help, I had a conversation with the mayor one day. We were talking about something, and he's talking about his budget for festivals and that kind of thing. And this is 15, 17 years ago. And he said, yeah, our budget's around 150. And I said, 150 what? He said, 1,000. And I said, 150,000? And he said, yeah. And I said, are you kidding me? Without our businesses and our sponsorships, we never could offer these. But it's important to note that all of them, and some events are fully supported. Then some, 50% or 80%, or depend. Some aren't that big. They are not very costly. They're big, but not costly. And thank goodness we have them, and they continue the same. Businesses continue to step up to the plate.
All your local businesses, they're the ones that support you.
So go visit them.
Absolutely.
When you keep in mind, you see them, just like Art was saying a little while ago, he does, he went over and stopped, he stopped the guy that was helping to clean up, and he said, hey, thank you. Same thing, when you go to a local business and you see that they're sponsoring anything.
An event like this, this costs in excess of $20,000.
Easy.
And that's what we have to try to raise.
And you guys really keep the cost down.
Well,
you really do.
Raise,
when you say 20, I think people are thinking more like 30 or 40,000. But you're really thrifty and wise with your dollars, and keeps the cost down.
So it works. A lot of hard working people help out with it, and it's good because I'd like to mention that some of the committee people we have. I hope I don't forget everybody, but I know they're listed in the program booklet, but we have Marlene Tebow, who does all of the program work and gets it all set up and takes all the ads and gets amazing work. I mean, puts together a beautiful program booklet. She's one of our members for years. Pete Michaels has been on the committee for years. Bob Landry is on the committee, Larry Zawaro. Russ Kruger, who does all the filming, he'll be there filming again with his crew. Rick Marchand was on the last couple of years, because it goes back to the first one was Rick Marchand and myself that put together the first one, and so he's kind of back active with us, and like I said, he's doing with the Rotary. They're doing all the.
Diane Sanabria, Bob Landry, Russ Kruger, Nancy Koski, Wendy Weeks, Rick Marchand. And you mentioned Marlene and also Peter Michaels and Bob Landry, and a small group, got a lot done.
It's a small group, but but we do need to get some new.
Yes,
we need to get some new people on the committee. It's not that bad. A ton of work. I mean, it doesn't time consuming during most of the year. A lot of it takes place now, but I mean they have. During the year we meet and we just try to do the fundraising, and that's just mostly contacting some of the businesses. We do a mailing and, then try to follow it up. But
978-534-1626. Bob Healy, 29 years, and a committee of Leominster folks who either are in the band, live here, work here, whatever it might be, own a business here, get together to put this event on once a year. They haven't done it since 2019 because of COVID. It's back. Let me tell you, there's plenty of room to space out.
Oh, yeah.
This has been thought out, because COVID's bouncing back and people are getting nervous. There's plenty of room to bring your blanket and your chairs and space out from everyone else.
The entire baseball field.
Exactly. It's a lot of room. It'll hold thousands of people.
Should mention, too, that because of the fireworks, that the Pre-Street is blocked off from Pre-Street School to North Main.
Right.
because
that's
the
where they
fireworks are set up at,
right.
the tennis courts.
Yeah, so a little bit of an inconvenience there.
But there is handicap parking at Pre-Street School.
Right.
And people can come over from there. And then, all the side streets, and then, up through Green Street, you can...
Just don't block anybody's driveway or don't park where you're not supposed to park. This is not, you'll get your steps in, right? There's a bunch of parking lots around the area that you can park, and that's not a problem.
A lot of people do. They park down at the Elks, they walk over, they park at the...
And then you're out of there.
Well, yeah.
Right? Get your car, Richardson Street, gone, right?
Yeah,
no sitting in traffic for 2 or 3 hours. So maybe if today's day, walk over. I suspect, even though they're not supposed to be on the trail, that some people will come and be walking
on
the trail. But so coming up, this Saturday, the 7th of August, kicks off at 4:30 in the afternoon. And you don't want to miss it. There'll be a magician and another band that'll be kept playing cover songs, I believe. Yeah. And then you kick it on. Then you get in there around 8 o'clock. Did you say?
What? Our concert's at 7.
7. So the Starburst band gets on at 7, and you can expect the wads will go off at about 7:45.
Yeah.
And at around 9 o'clock or so, give or take. Yeah. Now, if you're just showing up for the fireworks, don't just show up at 2 minutes of. It could go off a little earlier. Could go off a little later. Bob is usually pretty good about it. And it looks like a gorgeous night.
Why don't you mention the Citizens of the Year there, right in there? One is Barry Cosimi.
Yes.
And Kim, I can never pronounce her last name. I always knew it was Kim Wallace.
Kim Wallace. Kim over at Infinite Design.
Infinite Design.
We have 2 pages filled. And I explain to everyone that both of the recipients are about, absolutely don't look for any attention at all.
Oh, no.
But are the most involved. They're always the one that anytime anything's going on, are the first ones to quietly, without a lot of fanfare, say anything. So,
what's nice is that we have all of we did it by email this year with all the Citizens of the Year, the previous Citizens of the Year were contacted, and they all sent in who they thought.
Yeah.
And so it worked out pretty well, and so they all had a say, which was nice. It was, it's tough trying to get a meeting with everybody, so they did it all with emails, and it was very successful. Diane and Nancy did a great job of getting it all together. And see, last year what we did was we gave out 45 certificates to the essential workers. We tried to compile a list of all essential workers from the COVID.
Which is really nice, yeah.
And so we came up with a nice certificate that you had to sign.
That's all right. It was well worth it.
With a whole bunch of them.
It was a big deal for people too.
Oh yeah, and
I couldn't believe the response was like, "Well, that was really nice. Thank you."
Yeah,
that's all. You don't have to do much to thank people who just want to help.
We sent out 45 of those, and those were the Citizens of the Year last year. And
amazing.
So this year we got back to a little bit of the normal process, and 2 very, very worthy recipients, I think.
I'm going to tell you now, if you're getting it at 4:30 in the afternoon, just telling you from this experience, for some reason the temperature changes substantially out there.
It does.
And I don't know, but every time we've ever done it, and we've done it in August, we've done it in June, and the time is generally the same. I will just tell you, around 7:45, when that sun goes down,
somebody
it
threw a
drops
switch
out there. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like it'll be warm all day. It'll be like in the 80s or 90s, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, just in Doylefield, just in time, it cools off. So bring a sweater.
That last one in 2019 was the coldest one I think we ever had. We had people going. Pete Michael said he kept going out to his car to warm up and then coming back in.
Well, people weren't prepared. They didn't come with a sweatshirt or they didn't have a sweater with them or whatever because it was nice. The sun was out, and right around 4 or 5 o'clock is when the sun really starts to,
I was watching the band. They were all in jackets.
Yeah. I remember everybody was running back to get a sweater at the intermission. They're all going to get. And so I'm just telling you, if you're going to come, and you're going to come to the concert.
Oh, yeah.
Dress warm, right? Bring something with you. You're going to look a little funny when you're walking in there with a sweatshirt, your Leominster High School sweatshirt. You're going to look a little funny. But later on, you're going to be like the hero. So we'll see you all on Saturday night. Do we have a call? Caller, welcome to the show.
Hey, Dino.
Crystal, how are you? Are you going to Starburst?
Well, we'll see you Jillian, if Jillian wants to go.
All right, there you go. See, if not, people can catch the fireworks. Leominster is surrounded by 12 beautiful hills, and it's amazing what you can see from the hills. And you know, just get ready. Little puppies and dogs get a little upset with the booms and everything. So get ready for that. Whatever it is that you need to do with them. I know some people get really upset, but fireworks have been around for a long time, and so get ready for that. 978-534. Thank you, Crystal. Talk to you later. All right, buddy. 534-1626. And we want to again thank all of the sponsors. Thank the committee for putting this together. 29 years is a long, almost as old as the Colonial Band. Huh? About a quarter.
They got us beat by a little more.
About 100 years or so. I was thinking, I was walking through the Gallagher building today, and I says, yeah, Mrs. Trudell used to be there, Mr. Gary used to be there. You guys, any of you teachers still get together at all to?
Just like so much that. Well, some of us meet at breakfast with retirees, but like Dom Ciccolini does.
Dom Ciccolini, yeah. Room 20.
Room 20. Oh yeah, down the end.
Miss Bowen LeBlanc, room 19.
That's right.
I can go through just about if there's any money in it and there's some prize to be gotten, Carl, I can go through just about, tell you pretty much who was in every classroom.
Sure. Well, what room was I in when you were there?
You were upstairs.
Yep.
Was it 32?
No. Close.
What was it?
28.
Oh, 28, okay.
Right across from the auditorium.
Yeah, grade 8.
28.
Mr. Healy.
7th and 8th
math.
grade. That was great.
And also coach.
Yeah.
Well, I got you. We can't forget that part.
Yeah.
We got a caller here. Caller, welcome to the show.
Hi, Mayor. This is Rick Marchand.
Hey, Rick. You know, Rick was falling apart last week.
Oh, I tell you.
Can you imagine what that was like for poor Deb?
Oh, my God. He's an angel.
He didn't feel good. He hurt himself.
You know that.
These man colds are the worst thing. I try to explain to ladies. We get it a lot worse than ladies when we get sick. No, we don't. We're just babies.
Throwing a little tear in the Achilles tendon, it doesn't make life any better.
Oh, I know. I've had that. I know what you're talking about.
There's nothing fun about that,
It takes
right?
weeks.
And patience, and none of us have any of those.
It goes from 8 to 12 weeks to heal up, I'll tell you, before you start.
I know. Mayor, thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to call in and just share something that I think is really important. Bob Healy has been with us for a long time.
29 years.
Wow, you were the guy that started it with me.
Yeah, but I got a little delay, so I apologize. But Bob, I mean, it's been almost 3 decades. We're talking about 30 years that you have stayed the course. This is absolutely amazing. And we as a community owe you a debt of gratitude. You have brought so many wonderful things to the table where we've had a chance to come down to the Starburst event. And, you know, not only have you stayed the course for almost 30 years, Leominster Credit Union's been there since day one.
Leominster Credit Union,
hats off to them. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of the sponsors are no longer in business, and it's a challenge every year to raise money for these events. And between you being the legend and icon of the program, and also Leominster Credit Union for being the premier sponsor, hats off to you.
All right. Thank you, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. Well, Rick, you're going to be on next week, are you? Coming up, I think we're going to have Rick on the show talking about the Johnny Appleseed Festival,
we're working on that.
Which you provide the entertainment for that as well.
Work with him on that,
So I was just walking through the Gallagher building, reminiscing about it. It was a good school. I mean, we didn't have all the amenities that they have today and all the fancy science rooms. And
we had so many activities in that school.
Everybody was in a club.
The extracurricular activities were unbelievable.
Yeah, if you wanted to do anything, I think almost every kid in the school was either in a camera club or wrestled or you know, any of that.
Carl and Alan and I were just talking about that before it came on, about the Alan's homemade movies that he used to show. Show them to the faculty, and everybody was there.
Yeah.
They after school.
Oh, it was big. Remember, Jack would do the whole thing, and he'd do the whole jumping thing up there in the gym and the auditorium, and Mr. Kanaki, the music teacher, and boy, and it seemed like, and I don't know, it seemed like a real bond between the teachers that worked there.
It was a tight-knit group.
I know that, you know, people like the Hilfordies and Mr. Gary Mr. Kennedy,
Mr. Kennedy.
were at the end of their sort of era, but seemed to be very good at transitioning and mentoring the younger, younger teachers.
We had a whole influx of younger teachers that came in around the
All at
same
once,
time,
yeah.
just about the time when you guys were there. That's when they all started all together.
And
A whole
Mr.
bunch of us.
Savatelli and Pete Michaels, and just one big team of people with a lot of kids, because the numbers were really high at the time.
We had over 1,000 kids toward the end there, the last couple of years.
Right, it was
before
huge.
It was not built for that.
No, but it all worked, and we had typing, and we had printing, and we had sheet metal. Mr. Estabrook, what a good guy. What a nice gentleman he was, huh, Mr. Estabrook? Patient and could teach you things, and
Woodworking with Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. He also did printing. He did printing.
Printing with Mr. Johnson. The old printing press.
Yeah, with the California job case.
Oh, yeah.
Numbers there, doing up business cards and all that. It was
I think 7, 8, and 9 is still, for me anyways, I think it's still the best structure
I
in the
agree.
school system.
When we did the we kind of redid it all, and we had fifth graders in, but middle school quickly realized those kids are way too young to be putting them in with ninth graders or whatever. But
you could really get the ninth grade ready for when they went to high school.
Right.
They were ready for high school.
We were all ready to.
Yeah.
And we had
you could start breaking, you're getting some of the ninth grade responsibilities, some of the high school stuff, but you still had control.
And even though we had to go to gym and go outside somewhere, and we had to go to the YMCA in the middle of winter, hire to come back
for swimming.
Yeah, he had to come back frozen. Everyone I talked to, we reminisce about it. We're all like, that was a really positive experience.
Yeah.
Kids learn. Everybody, it was the only thing I try to explain to people, and they don't believe me, is I'm like, the girls went in on the left-hand side.
Oh, yeah.
And the boys came in on the building
side.
on the Merriam Ave side, and we ate lunch.
Lunch
separately.
2 sides, that's right.
Which is kind of funny when you think about it today. Like, well, I guess it was better off we didn't eat lunch with the we had some rough kids.
No, they had, 2 entrances, the boys'
But it was a
entrance,
good school.
the girls' entrance.
And kids got a really good education from there, and talk about it all the time.
But also you had the double periods, for double period of gym, double period of music, or shop, all that stuff that they don't have now.
You had a student for 2 hours or so.
They don't have that stuff now.
Yeah.
And you guys used to walk down to Doyle for gym class.
Right.
And come back.
Or Carter Park or whatever. But we had gym. We had enough time to get dressed, take a shower after, and go back to class or whatever it was.
The way it should be.
Yeah, so it was a good school, and the building still stands. And
it was always one of the better buildings as far as
structurally,
construction-wise.
the place is amazing, and it was right downtown. I mean, at the end of the day, like 1,000 kids just poured out of the building, buses on the backside of School Street, kids running across the street, Gino Savatelli with the window up yelling at kids that weren't using the crosswalks. What a place it was. But were you always, I know you taught math, were you always interested in math? Was that like your... was that something?
I always found it fairly easy to do. And I switched majors a couple of times when I was in college, but I ended up coming back to math because it was like.
But it was your thing.
That was the thing. It was just it came easy to me, so I did it. And then that was just an excuse to do all the other stuff.
And you did.
All the extracurricular stuff I used to do was more important in some respects.
And most every teacher had some other extracurricular activity that was going on, and so.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that experience, because that was good too. As we go down memory lane here, Bob Healy's been my guest. We're going to take a short break right here. August 7th, the doors open at 4:30, and entertainment and bands, and then at 7 o'clock it will be the Starburst Orchestra, and plenty of cool music you'll have fun with. Get the family together. Fireworks around 9. Award ceremony at 7:45. Don't miss it. Taking a short break, and we'll be right back to close out the show. All right, we're back here at Inside Leominster. Just a couple of minutes left. We're going to go right to the pictures of the week. 978-534-1626 if you'd like. And yeah, we're going to go to pictures of the week. Are you guys ready for that?
Just 1 second.
1 second, Bradley says. And a big thank you to Bradley. I didn't see Keith. There's Keith back there, but Kyle's here and Ron's here. I see Keith waving away. And yeah, so we're going to go right to. Ready? He says, 1 more minute. Well, all right. There we go. Let's do pictures of the week. Right click. I'll just keep right clicking. We'll get it. In the meantime, 43,643 people were tested yesterday. 962 people tested positive yesterday in the state of Massachusetts. 112 people here in Worcester County. We're stuck at 44. There were, let's see, 245 people in hospitals around the state. That's up about 100 over the last week. Intensive care, 58. So numbers are starting to go up. Today is National Oyster Day. I could go for a few oysters. National Underwear Day and National Work Like a Dog Day. So there you go. Those are all the important days of the week. Pictures of the week. Work continues on Viscaloid Ave before Safe Routes to School project. So in order to completely rebuild that area there, the sidewalk system, the roads, first we have to do the infrastructure. The DPW is doing that. And we've had a few road closures along the way, but they're doing a remarkable job. Nice job to our DPW. Outdoor dining, thanks in part to a Shared Streets grant. This is a grant we got from the state, and we're able to build this in conjunction with Bovenzi Incorporated. And it's a little shared area that, a little alleyway, roadway, easement downtown next to the old Mezcal and Auntie Allen's, and that space will be shared from Logan's, and which is a new business going to be opening, and also, who else will be sharing that? So that's half of theirs. So the new Mezcal version has out back, so it would be, who would be the other? Columbia would use the backside. So you can almost see it. You can't see it in the picture, but it's kind of like shared between the two. Athletic field meeting. We had a great meeting at City Hall. The athletic field's behind the high school. At the point we're at final design, and now we'll be going to permitting. But neighbors, we've worked hard to try to keep them involved. And let's have a parade. And we had a parade with public safety vehicles, emergency management, DPW. And you know what? Kids, parents, everybody just loves trucks. We had the state police there, Leominster Police Fire, emergency management. It was a great time. And then we had just a ball. We had about 1,800 people all spread out. We had a big area that people could travel through. And we had our first time National Night Out. And National Night Out is literally a national night out across the country. And a lot of people came. Everyone was great. We had the police and fire, but provided foods. The mayor's office gave out ice cream. We had demonstrations and little gifts that different organizations were giving out. It was a great night. Hey, and look who it is. It's our national night out. Leominster High team. On the right, Wendy Weeks, Chief of Police, Aaron Kennedy. There's our principal. He wasn't our principal then, but we grabbed him and stuck him in the picture because he's the he's the principal at Leominster High, myself. And there's our chief, Robbie Sidlow, all graduates of Leominster High School. We were looking for Ray Racine. We couldn't find Ray. We wanted to add him to the picture, but all products of the Leominster Public School System. Thanks for coming out to the National Night Out. Look at that. Wendy once again climbed to the top of the cupola. And I've been up there in snowstorms. It's a little tricky going up there. It's up a ladder, a staircase, another ladder that goes just straight up. And that's a beautiful picture. And it shows all the people that came out. There were much more people than that, but again, straight out. Jaws of Life demonstration by the Leominster Fire Department. Look who also showed up for National Night Out. Beautiful bird, huh? And there's John Nault on the other end. Thanks to the Mayor's Office Youth Council for their help with the National Night Out. They helped out giving out over, Wendy was able to get us 600 vanilla ice cream sandwiches. And so thanks to our youth council help us give them out. We thank them. And we did 590 ice cream sandwiches. So pretty good. It is our department meeting at the new fire headquarters, which is in the old Lancaster Street School building. And they have done just a beautiful job in that building. They're not done yet, but they're in the building, and still some work to do, but it's a good training facility, a good meeting facility, and also a good place that's 100% handicap accessible and accessible to all that wish to use the building for our offices or for a meeting. So that was great. We did a police station pre-bid site visit today, right down there on Central Street, and had a nice little crowd. Thank you, Wendy, for going out, taking the picture out there. And then yesterday was celebration. It's actually the 14th, but they go around the state and they're celebrating India Day. So we were there. There was a little crowd to help commemorate that, fly the flag, and it's India Independence Day. And there you go. So that was us. So we want to tell you about a couple of things that are happening, so you put them on your schedule. John has been my intern for the week, and he's done a great job. John, I hope you enjoyed your stay. You can come there and throw on a microphone if you like. If you don't want to, no, that's okay. Let me see. Celebration. Celebration over at the Eagles. Noon. Cello Ciccone is raising money for, he's okay. He doesn't want to come on. That's all right. You can come on. He's raising money for yeah, just come look. You could come see. That's it. ALS, Cello's raising money for. I'm just looking for a list of other events that are happening, because blueberry sales at Sholin Farms, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 8 to noon. New England Museum of Apples and Cider is going to be premiering their new traveling museum event on September 4th from 10 to 5 o'clock. A lot of cool things happening there. Next, so tonight, yes to the concert over at Carter Park at 7 o'clock. August 10th, one of the great musicians that we lost during the pandemic was Sammy Nestico, and they're going to be playing some of their music. They're going to be doing a manifesto from Steve Pemerini. It's going to be featuring the Steve will be playing the trombone solos on Nestico's Reflective Mood. They're also going to be doing the 50th anniversary of the death of Carl Lawrence King, who was a great American march composer, which the Colonial Band is famous for. So that's next week. Their concerts start at 7:30. All right. So 7th is Starburst. The 12th is Ladies' Night Out. Farmers Market this Saturday, and that's 11 to 2. Kids Day is the 21st. September 1st is Dining Under the Stars. Then the 10th is the Food Truck Festival. The 18th is Citywide Yard Sale, and then we do the Cannoli Fest and we do the Johnny Appleseed Festival. So John, thank you. It's been a great week. I wish you could stay, but you're off to college. And did you find it interesting? A lot goes on, huh?
Yeah, it's been awesome seeing and learning all about what the City of Leominster does. It's great.
It's kind of like when they mix colors, they just kind of take it all and they kind of swirl it around. That's pretty much what every day is like, right?
Yep.
A little bit of organized and unorganized chaos. But thank you, and it's a beautiful studio here. Yep. They do a great job, and we're able to do this on Thursday Nights Live. We'll be next Thursday night. We won't be here, but we'll be out celebrating Ladies' Night Out. Come on down. How many bags do they give out still? They give out 200 bags to the first 200 people. There's all kinds of like gifty things in there, and pens and free things and hand sanitizer and all that fun stuff. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We're just about out of time here at 4:58 in the afternoon. If you're just catching us now, you can re-catch everything, repeat on my Facebook account, Leominster TV's Facebook account. Catch us on demand. You can catch us from 6:30 to 7:30 tonight, Carl. Is that how it goes? It's a repeat of the show, and then during the course of the week. But thank you. It's been a fast 1 hour, but that's okay. And lots going on in the month of August, and we wanted to make sure that we shared that with you. We're out of time here at Inside Leominster. Good night. God bless you. Remember, the world is run by those who show up. Please show up. Good night.
Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated and by Landmark Self-Storage in Leominster. www.landmarkselfstorage.com